Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Immigration Yarns. Welcome. It is always such a joy to come to you. Just give me 1 second. Let me tilt that a little. Okay, we are good to rock and roll. Okay, today we are going to be talking about the French speaking pathway to permanent residence in Canada. Yes, the French speaking pathway. So, over the course of the last few weeks, we have talked about federal trade skills program, and we have touched on a lot of things: healthcare, the trade occupation, the transport occupation. I mean, we've gone on and on over quite a number of things, and today our focus is the French speaking folks, right? So first of all is, again, this is how we always start: eligibility. What makes you entitled to be able to qualify, for this stream? And interestingly, unlike all the other streams, for French is just the fact that you can speak French. It is as simple as that, like as simple, as basic as that. So just the fact that you can list French as a language, either your first language or a second language, it honestly doesn't matter, as long as French shows up in your profile, that you have the French language, then you do qualify for the French speaking, right? So, if you can speak French and you write the French exam, and I will come to the exam that you need to write very soon. So, let's say that you can speak French, right? You will qualify for any of the either the skills, the skilled scheme, Canadian experience. It's just an additional advantage, right, on top of what you already have. And then you go into the pool, you create your profile, you put French language there, voila, it is there. So you ask me again, what do I need to do? So to qualify as a French speaking skilled worker or a trades worker or whatever stream you want to come to, is that, again, you can speak French and then you prove your language. Proving your language is by taking the language test. So the two language tests you can take that is recognized by the French, by Canada. So the two exams is the TEF and the TCF. If I pronounce it in English, you will pardon me, because I do not speak a lick of French. So please pardon me. It's test d'évaluation du français, or the test de connaissance du français. I'm sorry, but it's TEF and TFC. TEF Canada, TFC, TEF Canada, TCF Canada. Yes, those are the two French languages that are permitted. So if you write any of this language, any of the two language tests, you can prove your knowledge test or your language knowledge through that way. So again, similar to IELTS, there's no failing it. You can't fail the exam. There's no pass mark or a fail mark or anything like that. It's just that you get ranking on the, again, similar to IELTS, there are 4 tests. There's the speaking, there's the listening, there's the writing, and there's the speaking, listening, writing, and reading. Yeah. So those are the 4 categories, again, under this exam that you write. So again, similar to IELTS, there's no failing it. Is that on each one, they give you a score, you get your score, then you go check what CLB you need. So for this particular French speaking category, you need to have a minimum score of 7. This is where you need to pay attention now. You need to have a minimum score of 7 in all the 4 languages to be able to qualify for the language proficiency. And just before you feel like, oh, minimum score of 7, how do I get that? What if I don't get a 7? I have an additional one. There you need to have a minimum score of 7 in all the 4 language abilities, right? So let's say that for some reason you write your exam and you didn't get a CLB of 7, or you didn't get a score of 7 on all the 4 languages. Do not despair. I don't know how many of you have seen a video. We did send out a video last week, if I'm not mistaken, that Canada right now, they're introducing a new scheme, a francophone scheme that is launching off in the fall. And fall means September, right? So they're launching a new scheme by September. And I do know, because I've seen it, that CLB is 5. All you need is a CLB of 5 to prove your language test. So that will be the second stream. And then the third one is the general express entry itself. So say you have a skills or you don't have a skills, you have trades or you have Canada experience and you speak French and you go write the exam and you have a CLB of 5. You can still put in that knowledge and you will still get your score, right, under the express entry, the skilled workers, as a French speaking applicant. You will still be able to get that. So again, similar to, I mean, it's the same express entry. How do you what are the documents that you need? Of course, you need your passport. You will need a test result to show that you have written the exam and this is the score that I have. You need to have your proof of work experience as whatever it is that you work at, right? And then you need your proof of funds, your police certificate, your birth certificate, all of that regular documents that you will need for any stream at all. Just that you need to be able to show, oh, I speak French and this is my evidence that I speak French, is the additional thing that you put to it. Again, it's not like you have to go into different places and create different profiles. It's that you create one profile, and that is the beauty of it. You create one profile, you put in your results, you put in every information that you need, and by themselves, the system picks out. So, I mean, again, if you've been listening to us, you know, I always say there's the general draw and then there's the category based draw. So, when they come into the general draw, if you qualify, then you get an ITA, invitation to apply. If you don't qualify, then when there is that category based selection done and the one for French speaking people is done, then you would qualify or you can qualify on that basis, and then you get your ITA and you go apply. But again, like I said, so under these 3 things is, first of all, there's the category based for strictly a draw for strictly French speaking people, and then there's the general one where you're in the skilled, I mean, you're just in the pool, you speak French is an additional language for you, it boosts your points up, you can get an ITA through that. And then there's the francophone scheme that is coming in September, and that I know will be huge, because contrary to, so Quebec is the main province that, you know, kind of like welcomes French speaking people. But right now, Canada is going to be focused on having more French speaking people in all other provinces of the country. So all the other, actually, that francophone, the francophone scheme is for all the other provinces except Quebec. Quebec is actually exempted from it because they have a lot of, there are too many French speaking people there. So it's like it's a thing. All the other criteria have not been released, but I do know that under that francophone stream, there is something right now that you can do, right? And what you can do is you can go, I need a way. Where are we going to put this link? Okay, so we would find, we will put, send us a DM if you need the link to, just send a DM if you need the link to this. Again, it's not an hidden link. You can go to the canada.ca website and find it. But if you want us to make your life easier, just send us a DM and I will send this link out. It's the link. So right now, there's something called Destination Canada Mobility Forum. It's a forum created for people who speak French, who want to come to Canada to work. So right now, even though all the other criteria for the Francophone scheme has not been released, there is already active forum going on, right? number one. And that at that forum is employers are there. They're trying to get people ready to be able to apply for jobs. So employers who need French speaking people are already there. I mean, what else do you need? You know that if you have a job offer, you automatically have 200 points in the pool. So at that forum, there are already employers who are looking for French speaking people, French speaking immigrants. So you can register on the forum. Okay, give me a minute. I'm going to send that to Okpa right now so she can put it in the comment for you. 1 second. And it is right there. Okay, Okpa, you have it. So please put it in the comments, both on YouTube and on Instagram, so that people can have access to it, right? So you can go join that forum, attend as a candidate, right? And then conversation is ongoing. You know what to do, you know when to do what, provided that there is somebody who is looking for somebody like you, or you have the skills that an employer is looking for, right? So please go there, go register as a participant, and then you get the email. It's a closed group. It's not something that is open. It's a closed group. So you will get the link, you register, then they approve you. Once you are approved, you have access to the forum, and then you can go from there, right? Okay, I've given you premium gist. Don't say I did not give you gist. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to talk about, okay, no, not the last thing I want to talk about. So for the exam, again, like I said, is TEF Canada and TCF Canada. And honestly, I've heard all manner of comments about it. But next week, I'm going to be bringing you somebody who didn't speak French at all. But because she wanted to migrate to Canada, she went ahead, learned French, wrote the exams, passed it, and as I'm talking to you right now, she is in Ontario, Canada. I'm telling you, I'm going to be bringing her next week. She's going to be with us. She will come and tell us how difficult this exam is, how easy it is to pass, how easy it is to prepare for it, and all the facts that you need to know about writing the French exam. But I'm going to be bringing her next week. So I just wanted to. So turn on your post notification, set an alarm if you need to set an alarm, and I will see you next week. But before I go, like I always do, I like to leave you with facts. Okay, so the fact for this week, again, you need to trust the information that I bring. So in 2023, would you believe that for French speaking proficiency alone, there were 4 draws? So typically, you know that Canada, they do maybe 1 draw per month or two draws per month for the general scheme. For the French language proficiency, they were, sorry, did I say 4? Pardon me, I apologize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 draws were done in 2023. In July, there were 2 draws. In August, there was 1, then September, October, and December. There was a total of 6 draws. And the first draw, the one July 7th, 2,300 invitations was issued out. 2,300. By July 12th, 5 days after, another draw was drawn for only French-speaking people. 3,800 invitations. By August 2nd, another 800 invitations. September 27, 500 invitations. October 25, 300 invitations. December 7, 1,000 invitations. And it looks to me like in 2024, they're about to top it up. Because 1st of February 2024, 7,000 invitations. 7,000 invitations was issued out to French language proficiency. People who speak French, 7,000 invitations. That's what Canada sent out in February 1st of 2024. So it's a big thing. This French thing, I think that because there's the consciousness of French fizzling out, except in Quebec. So they're trying to bring that language back. So this might be the time for you to go get your French knowledge, go learn French, go write the exam so you can get in. February 29, 2,500 invitations was issued out to French-speaking people. And guess what? The minimum CRS score was 336. Like you say, 336. That was the minimum CRS score. So I'm thinking to myself, if that is not a beautiful pathway for anybody who speaks French, I don't know what it is. So please, 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 go do what you have to do. Go learn French if you have to. Like I said, and I promised, I will be bringing somebody next week who did not speak French at all, but because she wanted to migrate to Canada, she went ahead, learned it, wrote the exam, passed, and right now she lives in Canada. Okay, so she will tell us how long it took her, how easy it was for her to learn it, and all of the juicy details that goes along with learning French. That is what we're going to be doing next week. And then the week after, we're going to be talking about STEM. And then we will be done with the federal trade scheme. Okay, thank you for always spending time with me. It's been a beautiful time, right? Set your alarm again, like I said, and I will see you next week to talk about how easy it is to pass this French exam, just so that you know what to do, you know how to go about it, and then you're not just scrambling around. So until I see you next week, peace out.